Preparing.
Welcome back, Lelanders, to a new episode of Clone Evolution. Late Christmas edition. No, welcome back, everyone. No, it's been an incredibly rough week for me. It's been tough to get through, but yeah, I figured help cheer myself up, do a little bit of a Clone Evolution episode this morning. I may have to shovel some snow a little bit later, so I'm going to keep a little bit of a listen for beeps. Hey, Steadfast, how's it going? I was just wondering if you're tuning in today. Figured if I started the show early enough, you might still be awake. No, it's just got some bad news with my family situation this week. I've been taking care of my uncle, which everyone knows. And yeah, he had a really rough week where he had to go into the hospital. So yeah, that really sucked. And yeah, his progress at the hospital was bad for the first few days. They didn't think he was going to make it. But apparently yesterday we got some good news where the hospital called back. And if anyone's wondering, the whole lockdown situations in my city, you're not allowed to visit people that you drop off at the hospital. So even if you have had this, you're not allowed to visit. So if you drop off one of your loved ones and they're in rough shape, it literally could be the last time you see them because they won't allow you to see them again. So anyways, yeah, my uncle, they were talking like he wasn't going to make it. And then yesterday we got a call back from the hospital and they're like, oh, he's starting to actually do better. It's like he was getting a really bad buildup of fluid in his lungs because he has chronic pneumonia. But luckily the virus test came back negative, so he doesn't have the virus. It's just regular pneumonia, which still really sucks because pneumonia is like super deadly. So anyways, yeah, his pneumonia eventually went down after two or 3 days of being in the hospital on oxygen. So they got his pneumonia back down and he was able to eat again. So, I don't know, I can't say that we're out of the woods yet, but at least we got some good news yesterday. So, a little bit more cheered up today. Don't feel like everything's going to hell, so yeah, everything's a little bit better today. So I hope everyone else is doing okay. That's what I was thinking with Christmas and New Year's. We were so lucky that we didn't have any health issues to deal with, so that's where I really figure, who gives a shit about presents and stuff, right? As long as you can see your friends and family and everyone's healthy, who gives a shit about everything else? Now, the other good news I got is I did watch that Don't Look Up movie. If anyone's heard the reviews, people saying, hey, go watch that Don't Look Up movie. So I went to go watch it, and it's a pretty good movie. I wouldn't say it was as good as I had hoped and heard. It does have a few neat parts to it, but I wouldn't say the whole movie's good. If I had to say like maybe 80% of the movie, it was actually very boring, and I had to do other stuff on the computer while it was playing because it was just too boring to concentrate on just the movie. But there was some parts where it got good. A few hot babe makeout scenes. No, just kidding. No, there is some hot babes in the movie. They hired some good actresses. Who is it? Jennifer Lawrence and that other hot blonde chick. Can't remember her name. I always liked Jennifer Lawrence because I had an ex-girlfriend that looked and dressed just like her, so it kind of reminds me of her. Alright, so clone event. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's almost forgot. We had the event center and the fireplace. We have to spend it. Only 12 hours left, so we'll have to do that before today's episode's done. Hunger Games, we did get a bet placed, and we placed the bet on... who was it? Collator. But I think Takahan's going to win because usually it's 50-50. It could go either way. I think Collator won last time, so Takahan's due for a win this time. Alright, let's see what we're looking at. Oh, fuck. Takahan's in the lead with 1 win. Son of a whore. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Which I find hard to believe because you look at the star levels, it's basically identical except for Takahan or Chan. Team has 2 less stars, so that's the fucked part. And Collator's higher level. Fuck, man. That Takahan guy, man, he pulls off some sneaky shit. Oh, Steadfast says, glad to hear about my uncle's improvement, thanks. You know what it was too? I started dreaming more about going traveling, and I was like, oh fuck, does this mean my uncle's gonna pass soon? Because I'm pretty much waiting for to be finished looking after him and before I can go travel. And I keep having the dream where I'm going to the ocean. Each time in the dream too, I'm like, shouldn't I be taking a selfie or a video recording this experience of seeing the ocean for the first time? And it's always the same conversation I have. It's like, are you sure you don't want to record it? Now this time I'm starting to dream more about going to see the ocean in Mexico for the first time. So who knows, maybe that is where my first ocean trip will be. Steadfast listening to some surf music today. Dick Dale. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Now, I'm one of those people that's kind of bad for music. I don't usually get into collecting music very much. I'm more a just listen to a radio type person. Yeah, let's do a couple battles. Now, I did like to watch Rock and Roll Jeopardy. I don't know if anyone's ever watched that game show. It was like regular Jeopardy, except with rock and roll themed questions for everything. So they used to have like different celebrities that would come on Rock and Roll Jeopardy. And one time they had Sugar Ray. I don't know, what's that musician group? Not Sugar Ray Leonard, the boxer, but the musician one. Now I'm trying to remember the name of the songs. But anyway, Sugar Ray was on Rock and Roll Jeopardy. And fuck, man, is he like the smartest guy when it comes to music Jeopardy? Like, he really should have been the host. He was like Ken Jennings for regular Jeopardy. He literally knew the answer to every question. So it was almost impossible for anyone to beat him at it, because, man, he had every answer just like that. I don't think there was even one question the whole episode that he didn't know. So that's what I was thinking, you know, that's probably why he's a pretty decent musician, because he actually studied music to the point where it's like a job to him. Yeah, I'll look it up on Google and see what we got. His music was popular in the 90s, I think. Maybe 2000. Alright, let's go. Sugar Ray Musician. Yeah, here he is. It's called the rock band Sugar Ray. American rock band formed in Newport Beach, California in '86. Holy fuck. Oh yeah, they were popular in '97 with their single Fly. When It's Over, Fly. Oh yeah, Every Morning. That's the song I know. Every morning there's a halo. No, I can't remember the rest, but that part was pretty good. Now, I always was fascinated by people that are really smart on Jeopardy. Like when I used to watch Ken Jennings on Jeopardy, holy fuck, man. Did I ever love those episodes? I don't know, it's just smart people, I guess I find them fascinating. Now, I've got one cousin that's actually super smart, so I think that's why. Now, he's really fun to hang out with, but man, he's always so busy. It's like every time there's Christmas holidays and can hang out with the family, I just want to hang out with him all the time, see what he's been up to. Now, I've actually got one niece that's actually pretty smart too. Because I was thinking that in our family, usually we got the super smart gene, where eventually one person in the family is like way smarter than everyone else. So I was wondering if we were going to see a kid born eventually, as more and more of our family have kids, that's actually a smart kid. Not to make fun of the other kids, but the other kids are mainly just average intelligence. But actually my niece is I can't remember what grade she is. I think she's junior kindergarten, and she's already spelling and writing sentences and shit. I'm like, fuck, man, in junior kindergarten? It's like, you gotta be shitting me, man. It's like, I'm pretty sure I didn't even learn what letters were until fucking like grade 1. Or maybe it's just school, they start kids younger now. I don't know what it is, but I remember for me, kindergarten was just like you go to school and you play. And the teacher was like teaching you how to play with other kids so that you didn't like get in fights all the time. Now, if anyone hasn't seen the movie Don't Look Up, I'll try not to spoil it, but it's a movie about an asteroid coming. And I think they try to parallel it to, people are like, oh, it's like a deeper meaning than it means something else. That people were comparing it to the jab. And I was like, I don't know, I guess maybe that's what they were paralleling it to. To me, I was like looking to see if they were paralleling the movie to something, and I couldn't really put my finger on anything specific. Like I was thinking, yeah, it could have been a whole bunch of things. It didn't need to actually be the jab. Could have been like, they're just talking in general. Some people are a little bit too trusting, and media and corporations tend to take over. I guess that part was what was like the jab. They're showing in the movie how like, yeah, the politicians, the companies, the billionaires, how they all collaborate together and they really don't have the best interest of everyone else in mind. So that part of the movie, yeah, was pretty wild. Oh yeah, not to give away the ending, but at the end, I'll just give one little part away. It shouldn't give away the whole end of the movie. At the end of the movie, they're rapidly cutting between different things to show the ending. And one of the clips that they put at the ending was just a metal ox. So I was like, wow, the metal ox, just like the symbol of sacrifice for the Chinese New Year that we just were wrapping up. We have like 1 month of it left, I think. Oh yeah, and if anyone's wondering, I also ran a story on my Facebook about Beetlejuice exploding, because that's how they sort of worded the article. But then I got confirmation that no, it hasn't exploded yet. They just keep fucking putting that story out there to make it sound like it already has exploded. I think that's what this year's purpose was supposed to be. If I had to look at all the occult stuff and how it's shaping up, is we were supposed to do some sort of giant sacrifice ritual, and after we completed it, Beetlejuice was supposed to explode. So there was supposed to be like a correlation that everyone was going to see and it would blow people's minds. But seems like we did the sacrifice part of it, but we haven't seen Beetlejuice explode yet, and there's only a couple more months to go. I don't know, when is the Chinese New Year again? Let me check. When is the Chinese New Year? February 1st. Holy fuck, man. So yeah, we literally don't have that much longer to go. What is animal next year? Oh yeah, and if anyone else likes weird number correlations, they said this year on February 2nd month, the date, the 2nd of the year, 2022. Guess what day of the week it turns out to be? Tuesday. So it's all twos. Ooh, 2022 is the year of the tiger. Reminds me of that fight song. Eye of the Tiger. I used to work out to Eye of the Tiger all the time. It's one of my favorite workout tunes. So we got Year of the Tiger coming up and only a few more weeks to go. That's pretty exciting. Yeah, Steadfast New. It's a Tuesday. Now I want to do some special podcast for that day, but I haven't decided what yet. And to be honest, my fucking situation, life has been very chaotic, so I never know if I have to shovel or if I'll have to be going trips to the hospital or something, so I'll try to do a show that day. We'll see how it works out. Oh fuck, I left my drink on the table. I'll be right back. I need a fucking drink and I'm like, where the hell is it? Got some good news, bad news. My furnace wasn't working this morning, so I woke up and the whole house was freezing cold. So I'm like, oh fuck, what's going on? So I went downstairs and tried to reset the furnace, and good news is it's back up and running. I guess the only bad news is we don't know what's causing it yet. I'll have to maybe get the furnace guy to replace the thermostat. I think that might be what it is. Because yeah, you turn the thermostat up and it's not telling the furnace to kick in, so what else could it be? Yeah, that's the thing. I've been looking more into the research about how the virus ended the last time, like the whole Spanish flu thing. And Spanish flu lasted about a year. And they said when it ended, they never got rid of it with social isolation, or I guess what it was a type of herd immunity. And what happened is everyone kept catching the virus, or the virus was just mutating in general. And they said same thing, new variant, new variant, new variant. And they said what happened is the Spanish flu did so many variants that eventually it became a variant that was indistinguishable from the common flu. So there's two debates about that. I wonder too, did the virus really get that weak? Or did everyone just catch it, and then once everyone had immunity, then it appeared like just the common flu because everyone already had antibodies? So that's what I was thinking, if it would have seemed like the Spanish flu still if no one had antibodies. Yeah, so yeah, hopefully we'll see all the viewers on Tuesday the 2nd. I might even get a podcast ready. We had one of our podcast guests start sending in the images to get ready for the podcast. So that's step 1, really complete. Happy's ready to go. I know he said he's had a few issues going on in his real life as well, so we'll try to organize the time. Can't really give too many specifics what day and time yet, but it's going to be more of a scientific episode, and it'll be one where I'll be studying some of my latest theories with the help of some of the world's leading researchers, so it should be very entertaining for me. I don't know how it'll be for viewers, but we'll see. I'm terrible like that. A lot of times I do podcasts, I do it just for me. Everyone's like, oh, you're so nice, you're so generous doing shows, and I'm like, I wouldn't really say it's that generous. I'm doing the show mainly for me. No, it's kind of selfish, but the main thing I like to do for research is often talking to other researchers. And most other researchers don't really have the time to talk unless they're doing a podcast. So it kind of works out that way. At least I get to talk to them, answer questions, and the only catch is I have to record it so they can use it as a podcast for promoting shit later, like a book or a website or something. Oh yeah, and I'm always shouting the shout out to the viewers too. If anyone's got their own books and websites that they want to promote. Oh fuck, I think this is a bad one. Yeah, thank God I reset it. Yeah, it doesn't even matter the subject. Well, as long as it's not something illegal. Yeah, but if anyone has books or websites that they want to promote, just let me know in the chat. We can always arrange to have people on as guests. To me, it doesn't have to be a big name celebrity to come on the show. Anyone can. You don't even have to be good at speaking, because technically I'm really bad at speaking. So anyone that comes on the show and can even speak remotely clearly should have a major advantage over me. I have to struggle just to pronounce each word, make it audible. You can tell I'm not doing so good. Hey, I try. That's how I figure. Alright, let's see. We're getting our asses wiped, so maybe we should switch this with this. Or not that, this. Oh yeah, maybe that with that. Now there's a bit of freezing rain going, storms outside, so if my power cuts out, I think you can even see my lights are flickering a little. You know, that's a great idea. You know, every time I've contacted Backroads Bill, he's one of my favorite research guests, or not guests, I guess, aides. Because when I contacted him and asked him for information, he was very open. I was like, man, I wish I had teachers like that back in the day. I'm kind of embarrassed to get Bill on as a guest because my theories are so wild, and I feel bad about recommending people to his work because people associate our work together when really our work really never did anything together other than me just asking him questions. And obviously he didn't give me all the answers. A lot of it is just a lot of my estimates or hypothesis about what some of the shit could be. Especially when you get into that town swastika stuff. I know, like, I don't know if, yeah, Steadfast has probably heard. Originally, when Canada was trying to announce, I think it was Justin Trudeau maybe. But anyways, they're announcing reopening some of the train service that goes up north. And Swastika, or the town up north that I like to visit with the gold mines, it's got a train station, an old one, where the train used to stop. So everyone got their hopes up, and then when they're reopening the train service, that they're going to put a new stop at Swastika, or reopen the old one. And then the government talked about how a lot of the train stations from the old line are too old, so they would need to demolish and build new ones anyways. So they actually bypassed Swastika on the new plan. They're planning on putting the train station in Matheson instead. And it's funny because I used to have my first property I ever bought up north was actually right near Matheson. So I've been there quite a few times. And I just find it funny that they would put the train stop in Matheson because it's such a smaller town compared to Kirkland Lake. Like if you got Swastika, it's almost part of Kirkland Lake because they're so close to each other, and it's a big place. Like there's huge department stores and everything. If you go to Matheson, there's nothing. There's like a corner store and that's about it. Like maybe a gas station or restaurant if you're lucky. It's much smaller. So I don't know if it's the name Swastika that threw them off and that's why they're not putting the train stop there, or if there's some other reason behind it. Hoping there's some other reason. It could be just because Matheson, it's easier to build a new train station, or maybe their train station is already modern enough that they didn't need to build a new one. So that's why they're like, oh, just skip the stop at Swastika. I think it's a shame though, because I wanted the stop to be at Swastika, so what I could do when I was going up north is take the train from where I live, the Kitchener-Waterloo region, right into Toronto. So I'd arrive in Union Station, and my house is right near the train station. So I can basically just like walk and be at the train in a few minutes. Yeah, so then anyways, take the train, arrive at Union Station, and then hop on the train at Union Station and ride it all the way to Swastika. If I was able to do that, that would have been epic. I'm hoping it would bring the price down, because when I first started traveling up north, it was only about $100 each way. But since then, it's almost doubled. So now I've been looking at like $200 a trip. I'm like, fuck, man. At that point, I could be going to Mexico for that kind of money. But it'll kind of suck, because yeah, if I arrived at Swastika, all I'd have to do is either hire a taxi or hire some sort of driver or call my friends in town to see if they can pick me up. And yeah, then I could get a ride from Swastika into Kirkland Lake or to Virginia Town or Kearns, wherever I'm going. I was actually surprised when I went into Kirkland Lake and asked them for a cab, how much it would cost to go all the way to my house in Virginia Town or Kearns, whatever you want to call it. It's I think it was around $20. So I was like, you know what? That's not, or was it 40? Somewhere around there. But anyways, I was like, either way, it was affordable. Wasn't like it was $200 or something. All right, one of our team died. It's not the end of the world. At least we beat the level. Now they're doing it for 65, eh? Wow. That's what I was figuring, man, because I was like, man, look at the gas prices, and you have to pay a driver. And the cab itself has to make some money. So I was like, fuck, man, how the hell could they make it for anything under 60? Yeah, it used to be 35. So now the catch I'm looking at is when I travel up to my place up north in Kearns or Virginia Town, it actually turned out to be a little bit cheaper to go a different route. You know what route? It's so fucked up. Is to go to Toronto. And then when I'm at Toronto, instead of going all the way up north in Ontario, switch. So I go from Toronto to Montreal. And then once you get to Montreal, you take a turn, like hop onto a bus. And I take that bus all the way up to, what is that place called? Ryan Aranda, or however you say it in French. So yeah, there's this town, Ryan, Noranda. It's like a really wealthy place. And it's right next to where I live in Kearns or Virginia Town. It's actually closer than Kirkland Lake. So I can take a cab from there, probably for a little cheaper, unless they charge me a lot because I'm not French. Nah, I gotta stop making fun of the French people. I got so many French guests coming on the show, and have already. Not that that would matter either way. Now, I always like to joke with my French friends because there is a little bit of conspiracy where people always think that the English and French are working against each other. Some big conspiracy. Oh, it's pronounced Ruin. Yeah, Ruin, Noranda. Anyways, when I was looking at that place on Google Earth, that looks like one of my favorite places. I'm sure the language barrier would be an issue, but if I could learn a little bit of French, maybe it wouldn't be so bad. No, because when I looked at Ruin, Noranda, they had a fucking video game store, like one of those, what do they call it, discount games or a used video game store with like collectible games. I was like, holy fuck, man, that's epic. I bet you Kirkland Lake might have one as well, but... All right, we got our hands on the purple chest. No, and then I happened to look up the name, what is it, Ruin Noranda, and watched a documentary about it on YouTube. And I found out that's one of the top cities in all of Canada. And people are wondering why the hell would that town way up north in Quebec be one of the best towns? They said it's because it has like really fucking top-notch schools. I can't remember if it's colleges or universities, but something like that. It's got like some of the best fucking schools you can go to. And they said because of all the government jobs in that town and high-paying mining jobs, and there's a couple other high-paying jobs there. But anyways, because all the jobs and the schools and the hospitals are top-notch there, they actually have the highest per capita income in the country. So they said if you want to go to somewhere and find rich people, there's more rich people that live in that town than anywhere else in Canada. I was like, what the fuck, right? I kind of had a feeling because when I was looking at like Google Earth and walking around that city, there's some like fucking mansions there. I was like, what the hell, right? Like, I've been up north in a lot of different cities like Timmins, Cochrane, Kirkland Lake, Matheson. And I didn't see that many mansions. Like maybe there's a few mansions, but I didn't go near them. But when I went to that Google Earth and walked around that Ruin Noranda place, there was fucking big mansions. Like I'm talking giant swimming pools and everything. Stomping Tom left his girl in Kirkland with one shoe on and moved on to Ruin. Oh, it's the lyrics from one of his songs. No shit. That's cool. Yeah, I used to, Stomping Tom. I was thinking Tom Petty for a sec. Get to the point. Let's roll another joint. Head on down the road. Somewhere I gotta go. Right, there we go. Yeah, I guess what kind of battles do we even have to do today? I was thinking I actually did most of the other battles already. We got our hands on the chest. So, oh yeah, we got more chest battles. Alright, let's mix this team up. Excuse me. Yeah, we'll put him there. Genie, yeah. Genie, should bring him. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, it's neat all the different celebrities that come from up north. I heard about the different hockey players. I heard about the guy from, Growing Pains? The dad. What was his name again? Alan Thicket, I think. But anyways, yeah, I went to a grocery store in Kirkland Lake and they were talking about how he used to live there. Or his family still probably lives there, I guess. Now, one part of my trips up north that I like for the different celebrities too is when I went all the way to Sault Ste. Marie. And then, what was I visiting there? Oh yeah, I was visiting the Grand Canyon. I didn't even know that Ontario has our own Grand Canyon, sort of how like the States has a Grand Canyon. So anyways, I went to see the Grand Canyon in northern Ontario by Sault Ste. Marie. I forget what they call it. I've actually got a YouTube video. It was one of my first travel vlogs. I actually filmed that before I even watched any travel vlogs, so I was like trying to learn how to travel vlog without even seeing a travel vlog at that point. But anyways, yeah, so I went to see the Grand Canyon there, and they had a whole bunch of different celebrities there. Like the artists from the Canada's Famous Group of Seven. We have like 7 famous artists. Apparently they visited that Grand Canyon because they wanted to see something really pristine from nature to get inspired to do their paintings. So yeah, they went up there. And who else was there? Oh yeah, it was MMA fighters like Matt Hughes. Matt Hughes was there because he likes to hunt animals. So there was a lot of good animals for hunting there. So he was up north near the Grand Canyon there. And it was wild too because you could only get to the canyon by train. So there was no roads into it. So it was kind of neat that you had to get on this train, ride it for hours, and then you can make it to the canyon. Wow, you have a big canal up there. Yeah, the potholes. No, we have some of the potholes up here too. Or near the escarpment or whatever it's called. They call them giant kettles or witches' kettles. It's like a giant pothole carved into the rock. It's pretty wild. I actually did a blog about them. So if anyone wants to read something about potholes. Giant's kettles. No, I'm so looking forward to when my uncle gets out of the hospital and be able to hang out with him again. At least get a chance to say goodbye, because it was pretty scary to think that he was going to go into the hospital and they didn't think he was going to make it. No one was even going to be able to say goodbye to him. He'd be stuck in there dying alone. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the medical system, eh? It's like they're so strict. I guess they have to be because of the whole pandemic situation and all, but it's just crazy to think they take your family and you can't see them ever again. It's like, what the fuck? Alright, victory. I know everyone's just trying to do their job. Yeah, the one thing that got to me with that Don't Look Up movie was Leonardo DiCaprio. I guess I've watched him quite a few times in movies and liked him, but for some reason I kind of got sick of watching him in movies. He's still a pretty good actor and all, but I don't know. To me, it's hard for me to accept him as new roles because I keep thinking of him as his old characters. I've stereotyped cast him in my own mind. And he's always playing some sort of womanizer too, so it's kind of hard not to. I'm sure he doesn't mind being in the movie industry. He's like, what? Get paid millions of bucks to make out with these hot chicks on film? It's like, alright, sign me up. Now apparently Leonardo DiCaprio, Drake, and who was the last one? Some other famous guy. They were all hanging out together. Celebrity pictures got a hold of them. Now, I was dreaming about that the other night. Like, I was like trying to go into a store, and I was like, oh yeah, I don't have this yet. Am I even allowed to go into stores? I'll have to check the rules. It's like I haven't really been keeping track, so I just decided not to go into any stores or restaurants and stuff. Like, fuck it, I'll just wait till the pandemic's over. So I don't have to keep checking the news to see what the latest restrictions are. Just fucking won't even go anywhere. I don't mind not going anywhere because I've gotten very accustomed to buying everything I need, either from Kijiji, like the local newspaper, or just ordering stuff online directly from China, or Amazon, or eBay. There's really not too much that I can't just order, so when it comes to not being able to go to stores, I guess the only thing I really miss is going to bars, giving tips to hot waitresses to get beer. That was kind of fun. Oh well, hopefully those days will be back again one day. Now, I was never really that big into going to movie theaters. I kind of already stopped going to movies before the lockdown started. I don't know, I'm starting to get back into movies. I've actually watched more movies this year than I did all of last year already. For me, the hardest part for watching movies is I have very low attention span. So I'm always doing like 3 or 4 different tasks at the same time. So it's hard to just focus on watching a movie. It's like I fucked my attention. I notice it's not just me. Normally if I watch a movie with someone, they'll always be on their phone, checking like text messages or whatever while they're watching the movie. Boom. Oh, come on. Thought we had him there. There. Now he's finished. No, it's funny. It's kind of sad in a way. I've almost finished 2 bottles of vodka, and it's the kind that I like to sip. So I just like sip it casually throughout the day. Little sip here, a little sip there. I've never even drank enough to actually get a buzz from it. I've almost finished 2 bottles. And I'm like, oh God, it seems like such a waste. Normally if you're drinking booze, you should be doing it so that you at least get a buzz. Victory. Yes. But I guess some people would say that's good, because on YouTube they say you're not allowed to drink booze unless you do it in moderation. So I'd say it's moderation. Fucking sipping it so slow that I don't even get a buzz. Yeah, it is vodka with honey added to it. I'll show everyone what it is. It's actually I never used to like, well, I guess I shouldn't say that. I used to always like drinking vodka straight. Let's show what it is. I'm going to pause this just so I don't die. I bet you I'll come back and we'll be dead. This camera's dead. 1 second. Now, this camera's funny. For some reason, I don't know what it is. It just never wants to work properly. It's like you always have to change it or re-plug it in, unplug it, change the properties. It's like, fuck man, just work the first try. Oh well. So yeah, this is the vodka. It's original Krupnik honey liqueur. See if we can get it. Original legendary taste, timeless quality since 1846, and it's 38%, 750 milliliters, and it is from Poland apparently. So the liquor store in my province, if anyone else is from a different country, they actually import this all the way from Poland. And I can't believe it's still 38%. The weird part is they add honey into it. And when they add the honey, I don't know how they do it, but it tastes just like honey, even though it's almost still pure vodka. like 38%. Sure, it's a little bit less, but not by much. Because normally vodka's what, 40%? So you're only looking at 2% weaker, and it tastes just like honey. Now, obviously, if you start chugging it, then you can taste the vodka a little bit stronger. But I usually just sip it, so it just tastes like honey. I don't know what it is. Ever since I started sipping it, my digestive problems have improved immensely. So it could be just coincidence, but we'll see once I stop sipping it. Because I've only got one bottle left, and I might save it. Save it for a special occasion. Oh yeah, the Polish beer, JVOC. That's one of my Polish friends' favorites. I think JVOC is how you pronounce it, but I could be wrong. I don't know how to read Slavic letters. I just heard them pronounce it over and over. No, I know a lot of Polish words, and I know how to pronounce them. I don't even know what they mean. They always taught me how to swear in Polish too. What was it? Kudwa mać? I don't even know what that means. I think it's something bad. So hopefully it wasn't bad enough to get my YouTube channel suspended. Fuck. Yeah, hopefully I better be careful. I might be saying some really bad shit. It's like, I swear, YouTube, I had no idea what I was saying. Hey, Rusty Veller, how's it going? Yeah, JVOC, that's the one. You know what happened? I tried drinking JVOC, and it was a horrible mistake. What happened was my Polish friends came over, and they left me a few JVOC in the fridge, and we didn't have enough room in the fridge, so I put them in the fruit cellar or the workshop. And they were cool in the workshop for a while, but they went through a few heat waves, and they actually went bad. So the beer was just sitting there in the heat wave. And yeah, so it sat there and sat there. And then I actually left it in the workshop for, I don't know, like over 10 years, maybe even 15 years. So then I took the JVOC that had been sitting in the workshop for 15 years, and I cracked it open just to smell it, to see how bad it was. It actually smelled half decent. So what did I do? I tried a sip to see how bad it was, and it actually tasted okay. I was like, oh God, maybe it's okay. But then when I looked at the bottom of the bottle, it was almost all sediment. Like it had fermented a lot of junk in the bottom. So I was like, oh God, I can't drink this. And then after that, my stomach got really bad. So I should have never drank that. Obviously, if you ever have 15-year-old beer from somewhere, unless it was in the fridge the whole time, and if it was sitting out, you definitely shouldn't be drinking that. Not to offer medical advice, but... Now I kind of figured that, hey, maybe the beer did have a chance because it's like alcohol, preservative, and it was in a workshop where I was like, well, maybe it was on the ground and the ground was cool the whole time. But no, yeah, normally JVOC tastes great. 15-year-old JVOC that's been on the fucking workshop floor, no. That was hell. Ah, we got a new question from Miss Ego. Yeah, that's what I forgot to do. Sorry, viewers. There's some viewers on YouTube that had some questions. I promised to answer it next episode, and then I forgot. I did an episode and I forgot to answer the question. So anyways, we'll try to get to some viewer questions today. Alright, so Miss Ego's been asking, here it is. We'll put the question on screen. First I'll make it bigger so we can see it. That's what she said. Oh, sorry, I can never resist that one. Alright, so Ego's asking, if she leaves the guild, will the technology tree be reset? And if I had to say if you leave the guild, will it? I would say no, but I'm not sure. Someone else should probably answer that just to be sure. Yeah, because that would be a big fuck up. No, someone was telling me if you reset that guild, or if you pay to reset it with the 500 jewels, what happens is they do reset it. You get everything back except for 10% or something. So I'm obviously wrong about the percentage. Maybe it's 20, maybe it's 5. But anyways, the percentage that they keep, that really sucks. So I was thinking I'll never will reset it because I'd rather just keep it. Oh, Rusty Valor says no. He just did it the other day. So he tested it out and he says no, don't worry. So if you do it and it fucks everything up, blame Rusty. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully he's not saying that to prank you. Prank. Alright, so what was the other question? Oh yeah, we got one from the YouTubers. So we'll check out the YouTube community, see what they're saying. Where's the questions at? Oh, we got a response from Janky Bull. He put, so he had to eat humble pie again. Is this what you're saying? I don't even know what he's referring to, so I'll have to check that later. Oh yeah, we got a comment from Rapture. Rapture says you should try making info videos, like the best characters to upgrade or the characters to stay clear of. How to get the most from your resources. Possibilities are endless with this. No, I think Rapture is correct. Are you fearing the Rapture? No, Rapture's got some good ideas there. We should try to do some videos like that. The only thing I was thinking is, I don't know, man. It's like, if it's, some people have talked about time speeding up where it seems like you just don't have enough time in the day to get anything done. And then other people say it's like, well, most people are too lazy these days. We're all used to sitting around watching TV and being on the computer and not really getting anything accomplished. I don't know, for me, I do find motivation is a little bit challenging these days, and time, where it's like I can't seem to either get motivated to do it, or even if I do have the motivation, then I just can't make the time either. And I think it is, I'm probably too distracted with video games and playing Clone Evolution. Like really, I don't watch TV. I even quit watching sports. Well, that's why I'm kind of surprised that I don't have time still. Like I figured, hell, if I quit watching sports, that's like 2 to 3 hours a day that I could have extra. And still, even though I quit watching sports, it's like I'm still not getting enough done. So yeah, we'll try to make more videos. We'll see how it goes. Alright, so another person from, it looks like Romania or Bulgaria, I don't know, some Slavic country, is asking, what's your Discord server? So I shared the Discord server with them. If anyone else needs it, let me know. Ah, here it is. So we got a comment from Saren Samit, Godic, or Godek. Sorry, he asked a couple days ago, 3 days ago. He's like, can you make a video about the chip center? He says he's getting development failed, error crystal is wasted. That's weird, eh? He's getting development failed, error crystal is wasted. I'm trying to think if I've ever had that happen. Alright, so we'll go and check out the chip center. I fucking hate the chip center. That's one thing I was thinking. If anyone's got some like ideas or some ambition where they have time to get shit done, send a referral into a Clone Evolution company, the company that makes Clone Evolution, and ask them to do some changes to the chip center. Because we got that question, check out the chip center. Yeah, because the chip center's got some serious flaws that need addressing. And if they take your advice on how to fix it in the game, then they actually give you a reward. So if anyone has an idea on how to fix these problems, then yeah, it'd be great. Send it in. You might even get a reward. And you could get the credit for fixing the problem. Now, if anyone doesn't know what the problem with the chip center is you win a lot of chips when you do the dungeon, but eventually you get so many chips that you max out. So you've eventually maxed out how many chips you can collect. And then if you want to use your chips, like the ones that you're trying to make room so that you can use them up, so you can get more, it costs a whole ton of money. And a lot of times you've already maxed everything out to full. So you're just leveling up these chips now for no reason on characters that you never use because you're full on chips. And there's no way to get rid of the chips other than leveling them up. So what the game did for other items is they made it possible to sell the item. So they have to make it possible to sell the chips. I don't even care if they give us nothing back. At least I wouldn't have to always be full. I could just get rid of some of the chips. Yeah, so if anyone else has an idea of what you could do with the chips so that you don't just fill up with them, that'd be great. I'd love to hear it. Normally what I do is I just start using chips on characters I never use and then leveling those ones up. Because I'm like, fuck man, I gotta find some way to use up all these chips. There's no way to do it. All the characters I use are already maxed completely. There's no way they can go up any higher. I think you max out the chips at around level 270 or maybe 60, something like that. Could be even earlier. Oh fuck, a loser. Tengu had 1 hit left. What a whore. Not there's anything wrong with that. Alright, let's do this. Victory is ours. Yes. Whew. Yeah, can't forget, I gotta work later today. I'm actually supposed to be checking with my boss soon to see if it snowed enough to get a shift today. Alright, oh yeah, so we gotta get some of the other shit. Oh yeah, let's answer the question first. So the chip center. Oh, I was thinking equipment lab for a sec. Chip center, here it is. Yeah, so what you do, let's go to beginner level chip. Won't even let me equip them there, eh? Fucking piece of garbage. Anyways, let me, yeah, let's go through and we'll equip some chips and other random players and we'll level them up to show you. So what I'll do is I'll put chips in basically everyone. So you can see I'm starting to give chips to players I don't even use. Why? Because the game, you just get so many chips and then you fill up and then you've got everyone maxed out. Alright, so we got some blue chips, everything. Alright, take your characters, go to the chip center. Pick the heroes chips that you need to upgrade. Let's start with the blue chip. Alright, we'll go with the defensive blue chip. So there's 2 ways you can upgrade the chip. You can upgrade it or you can advance it. So there's 2 functions right at the top here. Upgrade or advance. So what I'll do first is I'll pick the blue chip, hit the smart button, and upgrade it all the way to the max, 14. Now if you're getting the fail error or whatever, that could be because you're supposed to, once you get it to a certain level, like it's maxed out, then you can upgrade it to the next class, like purple or gold. So you go to advance, you click smart, and now you can do it again. And depending which color of these jewels you have, will give you a different success rate. So if you have some shitty jewels, it'll give you a low success rate. If you have good jewels, it'll give you a high success rate. So we'll try it, and it's at 100%, so it should succeed. Alright, now it changed to purple. So now that it's at purple, you can go back to the regular upgrade and upgrade it again to level 16 max. Alright, so now that it's at 16, I'll go to advance and I'll smart upgrade it again. And this time I'm going to use my gold chips, because gold chips are the ones you need to upgrade it to gold if you want a high success rate. And you can see, even though I have all gold chips, it's still only 72%. So it could fail. Hey, Dan Davis, how's it going, man? Alright, so let's give it an advance and see how it works. It failed. So that's the failure you might be talking about. You can see it's because my 72% rate. So let's try it again. And it's at 72. Oh, another failure. Again. Failure. Again. Failure. Boom. There, it did it. So you can see it can take quite a few failures, which I find kind of funny, because sometimes I'll do like 4 chips and it'll work first try. There, it worked first try. First try. Fail. Second try. So there, that's how all the chip upgrades work. Oh yeah, and if Dan Davis is wondering some Entropia coming up, I do have to go to work later today, but since I did Clone Evolution in the morning, I should have time to stream in the evening. The only shitty thing is my uncle's in the hospital now, so I could get called to pick him up at any time, but I don't think it will be for a few more days. He's supposed to be in for a week. No, they had him on a breathing machine and everything. Not for the virus, just for other health complications. Now, he's reached the age where he already gets chronic pneumonia. No, I think they had him on oxygen and not the actual, ventilators or whatever. Oh yeah, we get to make a few more of these. Is that what we get to do today? Yeah, we get to make some more heroes. Alright, so let's start cashing in some rewards. Just cheer up a little bit. Get my mind off my uncle in the hospital. Let's try, let's do the socks. The socks is what I've been looking forward to. Oh yeah, we did already claim most of our socks. And we got good news and bad news. We tried the high risk one. One of the viewers said go for it. We went for it. We got an uber failure where it used up all of our stars and almost gave us no reward. So I was like, holy fuck, what a disaster that was. But it actually was good in a way, because it got my mind off when the ambulance came to take my uncle later. It's like the ambulance was going away and I was like, damn, those socks. So now it got my mind off it a little. So that wasn't so bad. But at least we didn't waste all the socks, just 90% of them. Alright, so let's use up the more of the socks. And we'll go to the sponsor message before we do, just quick. I know some people hate the sponsor. I'll try to go quick. That's what she said.
Today's Christmas socks were brought to you by Crack. Crack. It'll fuck you up. Woo!
Figure give a shout out to the patrons as well. Suki, Dan, Jim, Ray, Travis, everyone at Patreon. Really appreciate it. Oh yeah, I do have the patron song out now if everyone wants to hear their name in it. And we'll do an update to the song every time we get a new patron. So that way I'll try to make the song better and better each remix. I do have to redo the chorus really bad, so someone better donate quick. No, I'm just kidding. The song's horrible. Alright, well, anyways, let's go. It's all your fault. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, let's go to the affiliate link list. We got to get to these socks, so let's do this quick. Finishing quick is my specialty. Comes on t-shirts, bed sheets, both popular with the ladies. Hydro TV pays you to watch videos, swag bucks to shop, GameKit to try games, and free Bitcoin. It's a wallet system for crypto. If you want to try crypto and you got no cash like me, then you can try free Bitcoin. It'll give you tiny little bits of crypto. You can put it in a wallet that they give you to use for free. And yeah, you can just keep saving it up until you actually get a respectable amount of Bitcoin. But it takes a very long time. I've been saving up the free amounts for almost 2 years. I think about $100, maybe 2, something like that. Anyways, yeah, just make sure you follow all your regional laws for all these offers, including the virtual maid sex machine. It's for adults and men only, 10 bucks off on a purchase of 150 or more. Just use the coupon code they sent to show. It's LYNBS. That's LYNBSN. And no, it's not lying. I actually do get a cutback from this product. They sent me one. And yes, it is gets mixed reviews. Some people love it. Other people hate it. Some people love it way too much. I'm just kidding. But anyways, let's get back to the game. Alright, let's get the socks, man. I'm dying for some socks here. Alright, it's on original. I don't want to be wasting all my fucking stars. Oh, I only have enough for one draw? You gotta be shitting. That sucks. Wow, we actually got more reward on that draw from just using 60 than we did when we did this one and we used 240. So if anyone's getting ambitious and they're doing these socks, just be careful. This 10% off one, Iron Fireplace, total ripoff. Used all my stars and almost didn't get any reward. So yeah, it was pretty much a disaster picking that one. But at least we learned, right? Like, I would have always been guessing what would happen if I tried it. Now I know. Definitely stay clear of these ones. Go for the original. Like, man, if I would have kept doing the original, I would have had enough gold socks to get a pet. But now, since I picked that one, I just lost out on the pet. But it doesn't matter. At least we got a chance to try it. You never know. It could have worked and we could have got red. Would have been neat if it did, but oh well. We learned our lesson, hopefully. Live and learn. Lots of living, not much learning. Alright, fuck, man, we can't even use these. We need 24. Oh, that's why. We need 6, so we can use one more. Alright, we got a blue sock. Right, now we got to spend these socks, because we only got a few hours to spend them. Alright, for this one, we're going to buy cubes. Because, you know, I love cubes. And all these other rewards suck balls. Not in a good way. So definitely going with the cubes. I'm going with 50. Holy fuck, man. Look at all those cubes we got. That's good. We can exchange the last for robots. So we'll get 2 robots. Alright, next we'll go to the blue socks. And we need meteorite really bad. Oh, we also need enzyme really bad. Fuck. Should we go with the enzyme? Fuck, man, we need it so bad. So I was thinking, is there any way we can get enzymes? We really need brown scrolls though as well. Brown scroll is something we need hardcore right now to finish the event. Fuck, that would only get us 30 scrolls. 30 scrolls could be with a difference to beat the event or not. Or just go with the purple potions. Fuck, man, that's tempting. Right, this one's an easier one to pick because we don't have anything here really options other than the cubes. So we'll go with more cubes. Yeah, this Christmas event has been the event of fucking shitloads of cubes. So that's what I was going to do. If we did all single draws, I was going to keep getting gold socks and we were just going to crank it on these pet collars and get enough for a pet. But we fucked it by wasting all of our socks and getting shit for rewards. Oh well, you never know though. We could have hit it. I don't want to be blaming the viewers. They came up with a good idea to try it. Fuck. I'm just kidding. Alright, so we'll go with the pet collars. See, like, can you imagine? We got even more pet collars, but oh well. Oh, that's good. Now the Red Sox, yeah, everyone's just learning how this event works. I know it took me a while to learn how to use it too. If you go down here, you can get Red Sox. The only problem is if you pick these other ones, it increases the chance of getting nothing. Like I went with this one, did a draw, and I got nothing. So I was like, holy shit, man, I wasted 240 stars and I got nothing. I basically got like 10 socks of like purple or something. I was like, what the fuck, man? If I would have used all those 240 and just did it on original draws, I would have had enough to get a gold pet. But fuck, man, instead I wasted it on the 240. But it was a rush. Like I say, I wasted it, but it was a good rush. I was like, holy fuck, I might actually get the Red Sox. But no, didn't get anything. Just wasted it all. Now, at least that's what you learn in this game, right? This game is a lot of hit and miss. Not everyone wins. It's a lot of winners and losers. I'm a loser. Loser. All right, so let's go. Yeah, we did the original. Yeah, so the original definitely seemed like it paid off the best amount of sock ratio. I was getting way more gold socks with the original. Yeah, oh, for scrolling down in these socks. Yeah, you can scroll down here, and then you can scroll down in each of these. I know it's weird, right? Like, I'm on a computer, so I can use a mouse to do it. But if you're on a cell phone, there's like lots of fucking scrolling and different shit to click. I know every time in Clone Evolution, I find something that I missed before I was supposed to be clicking. Alright, so what do the viewers think? Should I go with the purple enzyme so we can try to upgrade our heroes? Or go with the brown scrolls so we can try to complete this event? I'm thinking we really should just go with the ones to try to complete the event. Because that is what we're trying to focus on right now. Like, I literally need enough scrolls so that we can get to Santa. And I'm not going to do it unless I get my hands on some more brown scrolls. So to get those brown scrolls, how are we going to do it, right? Like, the only way I could see maybe is spending the socks, getting the brown scrolls. It's just not many socks, or not many brown scrolls for the price, right? That'll get us up to maybe 40 brown scrolls. Then we could burn 10 of those. That'd be 100. What would 100 put us up to? It would put us up to 184. So yeah, we really do need some more brown scrolls. Alright, let's do it. Let's buy the brown scrolls. I know it's probably not the best choice on how to spend these, but it's a little bit reactionary going for the short-term solution rather than the long-term plans. But this meteorite was what I was thinking too. That's a really good deal. Spend one sock and get 60 of that. Fuck, man. You're getting like thousands of meteorite if you spend your socks on it. If I didn't need scrolls so bad or enzymes, I'd be going with the meteorite. That's a fucking good deal. We get 30 scrolls. That's pretty good. Oh, fuck. Only 20? Oh, it's because you can only buy so many. They sell a max of 20 and we got them all. Fuck, man, let's go with the meteorite. That's a really good deal. I know I need the enzyme, but man, you never get a deal like that in meteorites. Like 25 times 60. So what are we getting? Over 1,000 meteorite? Alright, now we got some pretty intense action to go. What we got to do is, not only do we got to burn all those scrolls, but we also get to burn 2 of these purples. So these are usually where some good action comes, or absolute garbage. So it's hard to say what it's going to be. Could be one or the other. Oh, and look, we're only 2 scrolls or 2 draws away from getting more of this guy. Or a girl, I should say. Get my genders accurate here. Holy shit, how do we make 5 likes this early in the morning? What is everyone doing awake so early? Alright, let's see. Yeah, we could burn all these as well, but that's a lot to make, so I don't know if we'll have time to do that. But we do actually have quite a bit to do today. So I was wondering if I had enough material for a show. We're already over the hour mark, and we're not even half done what I want to do. It's hilarious. Alright, yeah, and let's wish everyone, or let's wish Collator some luck, man. He's already down 1 battle. We need a big comeback by see you later. Oh, let's hope. Oh yeah, everyone wants to check what happened with the Vibram store. They have 1 good hero, which is Arena Girl, and the rest is pretty much garbage. None of the ones that I actually need. So technically I would get Arena Girl, but I already have a copy of her gold, so I don't need her dramatically right now. As much as that's hard to believe, because I actually do need quite a few copies of her. So what I'm going to do is wait, and hopefully the next time around it'll have some really good heroes like the blonde-haired guy. As soon as it's the blonde-haired guy, definitely going to buy it. If it was Moriarty or Charlemagne or whatever his name is, I would definitely get him. But Arena Girl, she's not really a high priority right now. Oh, and the other good news is the replacement event is also heroes we don't need. So that's good because it allows me to save up and try to get more exchange tickets, where I don't feel like I'm pressured to use my exchange ticket because there's nobody good right now. So it's garbage in the replacement event, garbage in the clone event, or no, the rare clone up event is super good. If we get copies of her, that'd be awesome. These guys, all garbage. So yeah, there's quite a bit of garbage, a little bit of good. Oh yeah, the clone event. If you can get Omni OG as a reward, that'd be super good. But I don't think we're going to make it to that. We'll be lucky if we make it to Santa. It's tempting to just use our fucking scrolls and go for Omni OG. Because man, Omni OG is one of those heroes. You need her for so many transformations. Omni OG. Oh, good luck. Thanks, Steadfast. Alright, so let's try to use that luck and win some good heroes in the draws. Who will we get? Holy fuck, we're at 43 scrolls now. That looks better. Holy. Khan says that he got Hanzo and Symphony Gold. Lucky. Yeah, I've gotten a gold hero from Red Scrolls once, but that's it. So far just, who did I get? I got a gold Alex. I think I recorded it too, so if anyone wants to go into the archive. Alright. People might be going, what are you doing? There's no purple heroes. But we got 2 Sun Stars. We need Sun Star heroes super bad. So the fact that we got 2 on that draw, that was an epic draw. That's weird, because I was like, man, if I get a shitty draw, then I'll do the red draw. But that was a good draw. Let's try it. Let's try 2 good draws in a row. 1 good draw of browns and 1 good draw of reds. Now, don't get your hopes up. We're not doing all the reds. We're just doing one 10 draw this week. Or this episode. So, not a whole bunch. Let's try it. Ooh, we got Hager. That's a good one. Wright Brothers, okay. And we did get a Chaos Hero, King of the Huns. So it's not a horrible draw. Actually, Harar is one of those ones that's pretty rare and hard to get, so that was actually pretty good. If I had to rate that, I'd give that a 7 out of 10. It's not too bad of a draw. Not bad, not great. Alright, let's do a couple more brown scroll draws. Yeah, now that was a shit draw. No sun stars there. Ah, fuck, we're full capacity. Alright, we'll have to use the Institute. Now, one of my podcast guests that I used to have on the show, he's going to be coming back for a follow-up episode. It's Robert, a guy from Montreal. He likes institutes so much that he liked to go inside and research mental institutions. So I was like, man, that was pretty weird. But a lot of his friends told him, they're like, man, you shouldn't be going into mental institutions. But he wouldn't listen. No, he got some pretty wild research in there. In Montreal, the mental institutions, they did some weird experiments on people. So they have a history of the government taking advantage of people and using them for experiments. No, thankfully the government actually made an apology to all the families that they did the experiments on them. So at least they apologized. Holy. Steadfast says she cracked an egg with 2 yolks the other day. 2 little suns on a cloudy day. Yeah, it's I was thinking, this year there's been a lot of cloudy days, right? Like, we haven't got shitloads of snow, but the days have been pretty gloomy. Like, I haven't gone into my greenhouse to see what survived, but I don't think much has survived in there. We'll have to go and check. I'm hoping my garlic survived. Onions seem pretty durable too. I'd be surprised if the onions died. I bet you they're still going. Now, I couldn't believe it when I first planted garlic in my shed or greenhouse. Fucking went in there and it smelled like garlic so nice. I was like, holy. I didn't think growing garlic would actually smell so nice. Alright, clove event. If you don't like the smell of garlic, then you'd probably hate it, but... yeah, the wind is disastrous. I'm going to have to do some upgrades to my greenhouse to get a stronger material so that they can survive the windstorms. Alright, we got some browns. Not brown, reds. Fuck, man, we're still at 60 away. So hard to get Santa, eh? So many fucking scrolls. We're lucky we got these extra 20. If not, we would have never made it. I guess we'll have to try to do some evolutions of some type. Make more room. Ooh, we got a purple. Even though it's only the lightning guy, but it's nice to get one purple. Ah, fuck. Another garbage draw. Oh, we got enough for one of these draws. Alright, let's do it. Ooh, Poet Williams. That's a good one. It's not fantastic, but it's one we need for a lot of recipes, so it's not like he's useless. Alright, so the other draws we still got these to do. See if we can get any luck, our last two. Fingers crossed, everyone. Ooh, Uncle Joe. I can't say it's bad, but not very good either. Now, he is required for a lot of ingredients, but we got a lot of copies of him already, so no one we actually need. Ooh, Wright Brothers. Why do they keep giving us so many Wright Brothers, eh? Did we get 2 that round? Fuck, man. Wright Brothers up the yin-yang. Alright, so we do got an extra hurrah here. Now, I was looking online to see if I could get some thicker plastic material like plexiglass to replace my greenhouse panels. It's looking like going to be like a $300-400 upgrade, but fuck, man, if I don't have to deal with it being destroyed every time, then it'll be worth the money. Alright, so we're at 184. Yeah, I think we can do it, right? Like, well, we'll keep getting more scrolls. There's still 100 days. When that next event comes around, they'll have some scrolls in it so we can win some that way. And we'll have enough to get Santa. Alright, so people want to know, some of the viewers want to know, which ones is Poet Williams and Uncle Joe used? Because they have a bunch. Yeah, I think there are some of the base ones. Like if you're trying to make quick heroes, you need them. Let's check. Was it the gold that they were required to make? No, don't see them there. Now, I noticed it was the last couple days I've been trying to make heroes, and I was like, fuck, man, I always needed Uncle Joe, and I always needed Poet Williams. Here it is. Poet Williams is for that one. But that's not the one I was thinking. No, because sometimes I forget. Oh, here it is. If you want to make her, you're going to need Poet Williams and Uncle Joe. So if you're going to transform her, so if you get a bunch of her, then boom, you can use up your supply of Williams and Uncle Joe. But there's another one that's even more important. Let me find them. Yeah, my roommate's going to come down and be upset that the house is too cold. I'm going to have to tell her that, don't worry, I already tried turning it up. Alright, so Uncle Joe, there we go. He's required to make her, so he's actually gold required. Surprise. I thought it was going to be all purples. Obviously Uncle Joe. Now there is still another important one coming. I think it's, yeah, it must be the gold heroes. Some of those transformations require it. Or they have sun stars. My roommate always freaks out when the furnace isn't working, and rightfully so. It sucks, but... Alright, so yeah, if you want to make fat chili, this is one of the ones you'll need to make shitloads of copies of. So in the process, to make shitloads of him, you're going to need tons of Uncle Joe. So just remember that Uncle Joe, save him for the fat chilies. He's the one where you'll need him the most for this. Who else is the other one? Oh, and here's the other one. Elizabeth, you'll need shitloads of copies of her. She's one of the ones you have to make over and over and over again if you want to do good heroes. So you're going to need lots of Poet Williams. So just remember that for Fat Chili and Elizabeth, that's where you'll need the Williams and Uncle Joe. Isn't it funny? I went through every hero looking, and it was the last ones. Dum 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 dum. If there's a way to do it wrong, I'll find it. So people say that finding a needle in a haystack is hard. I say it would actually be easy. Just let me find it. I will go into the haystack with bare feet, and I'll find the needle first step. Won't take long at all. Can use bad luck to your advantage. Oh yeah, I got some good news with my new bed. I don't know if everyone heard the new bed story. I decided to go with Amazon and get the bed frame there instead of getting a used one. Because I'm like, shit man, I'm so close to a completely brand new bed. Why don't I just spend the extra $100 and get a completely brand new bed? So I got a brand new frame and box spring and everything. It's actually one of those modern box spring frames that are all in one. So when you assemble it, it's like a box spring and a frame all in one. And it fit into my attic. So anyways, the first night I slept on it because I got the extra firm mattress. It was so hard, it felt like I was sleeping on a brick. Like when I woke up the next day, my body was aching from how sore it was from laying on this really hard bed. But luckily the second night, it already went a lot softer. So you just had to break it in. That's what I figured, eh? When you get a bed, you can never really judge it on the first few sleeps because you know it's going to break in. If it feels good the first night, then that's a problem because then it's going to get too soft. Not to give bed advice. Seek a professional. So yeah, my back has been a little bit sore, but I noticed that it seems more durable. Where it's like, man, now I can lay on a surface that's harder and not have to deal with agony. Toughing it up. And the firm mattress is so funny. It's like one of those ones you could drop a bowling ball on. It's like it's so firm, barely budges. Now, it should be good support for my back. Hopefully, eventually it'll get way stronger. Alright, let's see. We're going to wait for the event to beat those. What else was there to do? We did the cloning of those. Oh yeah, we're going to go to the Darwin lab and check. I think that Harar guy was one of the ones we needed for DNA linkage. So we should try to make him if we actually can. What fucking element is he? I think he's lightning, right? Hey, Chan Spinney, welcome to the chat. Just keep your clothes on. No, we already got one of him made. We're not using him for anything. So we don't have to be in a rush to make him. Yeah, we do have 3, so we can make another copy of him. Because we got 1 in our inventory bag. I don't know, it's tempting to make another Date, because now that we got the extra Harar, we could just make our Date, but the only problem with that is I think we need Date for different ingredients, so if we use all of him up, then we won't have him left for ingredients. Oh, we do got 1 left, and we got an extra Harar. Alright, let's do it. Let's create some room in our inventory and make a Date. If anyone thinks this is a horrible idea, please let me know before I do it. Now I got shitloads of Jane Austen as well, so I figure, fuck, what am I doing? Let's get some heroes made. Boom. If anyone's wondering what gold Date is used for, he's actually one of the most sought after heroes. So it's kind of fucked up that I got 2 of them.
Only in fairy tales does the one you love tell you you will forget.
Let's see, do I have 2 gold Dates? No, I just see 1 there. Or did I have another one over here? No. Alright, I'll just put on my Vaporizer commercial. I'll be back in 1 minute. Gotta go talk to my mom.
He's been trying to reach you since okay, here, I'll give it.
No, I'm gonna make a written message on Facebook. Yeah. I'm just recording, so if we can ever finish it. Yeah, Jane said we didn't start till 9, so I didn't even check. So I didn't even know we changed the start time. Can you just let me finish recording? Can you close the door, please? Can you close the door there? Hey everyone, welcome back. Sorry, my boss has been trying to get a hold of me for work. He changed the start time from 9 till 7:30, so I guess I was already late for work. So I gotta let you go, so we'll try to finish doing some more recording later. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Let's give a shout out to everyone. Steadfast, Loveface, Rusty Valor, Dan Davis, Mr. Con, Steadfast, Con, Cheney, Binney. So thanks everyone. Get my claps and bows mixed up. Alright, let's go to the fire screen. Alright, if you happen to get any red scrolls in your vaporizer, it tastes like shit, give the show a dislike. But if it doesn't happen, you can give the show a like. Really appreciate it. Just make sure never buy the products from my sponsor.
Because it will ruin your life.
Bye for now, everyone. See you later. Good luck with the ice. I think it's a really icy day today, so try to be careful, everyone. See you later. Bye for now. Later.